My name is Chrissy Stone, and I live in Bowling Spring Lakes, otherwise known as Southport, North Carolina. I work in our Southport office. I'm an executive client advisor. I have worked for Wells unofficially 12 years next month, and I moved here from Pennsylvania, me and my daughter, a single parent at the time, just looking for a better life down here. And when we moved to the area, I applied, and they actually called me the same day for an interview the next, and here I am. I have been blessed. I've only worked for 2 independent agents in my insurance career, and they both are very family-oriented. Regardless of what's going on here, if you have a family emergency, I have never once felt as though I had to stay in the office. If I had to leave, they worked with me. They're very, very family-oriented, and they just make, even Hal and Steve, make you just feel like you're part of their family. And to me, that's very important. Dealing with the people. I mean, that could go either way, but for the most part, you meet so many diverse people in this line of business. And, you know, being able to help them, they worked hard for what they have, and being able to help protect that, that's an awesome goal for me. You know, to be able, when that claim comes in, knowing I did everything possible to get them that coverage, it's a good feeling. The best lesson I learned is not to procrastinate. You know, when you have a task that comes on, whether it's to give bad news to a client or there's just a task that you don't enjoy doing, just go ahead, get it done and over with, because otherwise you stress out about it, because it'll be in the back of your mind, and, you know, it just alleviates a lot of stress to tackle it head on. My most memorable moment was 9/11. Living in Pennsylvania at the time, we lost a few insureds because we're only an hour and a half from 9/11. I had family in the building, the first building that got hit. For 3 days, our phone didn't ring once. It was so eerie, and when the phones did ring and the calls started coming in, and we found out we had lost some clients, just being able to be there and be that sounding board for the horror that these families had not only had to watch on TV, but are dealing with it on more of a personal level than any of us could imagine. It's really about making sure the people in our community are covered, and that there are no gaps. And a lot of times that people will come to bring their business to me, even if I'm even more expensive, only because I take the time to sit and listen to them. And that's the big thing, is to listen. In our business, you know, things go so fast. You really have to just step back, be quiet, and listen to what they say, because that's really what people want, is they just want to be heard, and they want to voice their concerns. And just being able to do that, and then, like I said, making sure they're comfortable when they leave me, that they understand what they currently have. And then if I'm able to write their business, what I've been able to add to, you know, to their coverage. When I'm not working, I love to spend time with my family. My husband's a tinkerer, so he's always wanting to go to either to car shows, pick and pull's a big thing, or we'll just take a day and, you know, come here to Wilmington and just drive around the car lots and just to see what's there, and just spending time with him and my daughter and my newly acquired stepson. You know, it just brings me the most joy. My favorite, I would say, nonprofit is St. Jude. What the people do there are amazing. They're short of angels, you know, with what they do day in and day out, and they try to keep our kids safe. They try to make them healthy, and they don't charge the families a dime. And there aren't many companies out there that are willing to do that. And to me, Danny Thomas and his daughter are just two of God's angels, you know, one that used to walk the earth and one that still does. Going to the islands, and when I say the islands, like England, Scotland, Ireland, me and my husband are big on history. So to go and see the castles, the old castles, that is what we would love to do before our time comes. Chicken soup for the soul. The stories, you know, of divine intervention, or, you know, just hearing how God touches people every day. It warms my heart to read those stories. Criminal Minds, I like, you know, the detectives, and Rizzoli and Isles. Of course, neither one of them is on the air anymore. Big Bang Theory, which is not on the air anymore other than reruns. And then one that's about ready to go off is New Amsterdam. I have two favorite movies. They are Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Well, I'm an 80s girl, and growing up in the 80s, I loved Duran Duran, but I've kind of outgrown that. I still listen to them, so I can't say I've outgrown them, but my favorite music or genre would be any type of contemporary Christian. I define success as someone who not only is really good at what they do, but also cares about what they do. You can make all the money in the world, and not be happy and not enjoy what you do. And to me, that's sad. I consider myself successful because I'm probably one of the only insurance agents out there that love what I do. Yes, I do love what I do. I love the idea of being able to help protect people's, what they've worked so hard for. And I just love it. The best advice I would say I've ever been given, give it to the Lord. Give it to Him and everything will be fine.